Hey son, how are you doing? We haven't talked in a while, so I figured I'd make a video real quick. And not much going on, not much changed. Same old, still waiting for finish date. I'm trying something new actually. I made this for your grandfather. It's actually kind of cool. For the focus. Hopefully it will. But anyway, anyway, it's a pin, and it actually turned out really nice. So, but yeah, I turned all that wood. It was a kit that I picked up, but I turned the wood and everything on it, and it turned out pretty darn slick. But I made it for Dad, your grandpa, and hopefully, you know how cantankerous he is. Well, he's just old. What the hell am I gonna do with a pan? And he'll keep it by his side and make sure nobody else messes with it because I made it, but he'll tell me straight up, you know how he is. Anyway, my hair's kind of messy. I just got out of the shower. But, so, I kind of really enjoyed wood turning. It was actually pretty fun. So of course I need another hobby, because making knives and working on cars and working at the coal mine and supervising the coal mine and being an electrician and being a welder and being a mechanic and being a millwright, I have too much free time on my hands. So I had to pick up another hobby, which wood turning. But then again, you know, the knife thing I really enjoy still, but this is kind of a soothing, I don't know, it's not as labor intensive, and I could turn one of these out in about 3 or 4 hours instead of taking months making a knife. So I don't know, I think it's enjoyable. So anyway, my next project, which I've been looking up on YouTube, is this is going to be a rose for your mom, and I glued these poly or plexiglass sides on it and taped it all up, and so I just taped for like a secondary. If it leaks, it's gonna leak, but it should not leak since What's up, brother? Making a video for my son. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna fill this up with resin. It's a 2-part epoxy. Epoxy. Okay, so you do your A epoxy and your B epoxy. And then I'll mix those two up, and then I'm gonna pour them in here. And we'll see if it leaks. And then after it all sets up, then I will put it on my lathe, and I'm gonna turn it all down and dome it and polish it all up, and it should turn out really cool. But anyway, that's for a later video. But I'll go ahead and do my pouring, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna pause it real quick. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Because I need that, I need these, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and I'm assuming that thing is probably, oh hell, I don't know. Let's go with we'll go with 60. 60 of this one. So it'll be, it's a 1-to-1. So I'm gonna go 60 and then 60, which will give us 120 milliliters is what it says. And hopefully that'll be enough for that. If not, I'll just make some more. If it's too much, I'll throw it away. From what I understand, a lot of people that I've been watching on YouTube, they have a scale and they weigh this stuff out. But, you know, I don't know how. I messed with 2-part epoxy before, and, you know, the less hardener you put in it, the longer it takes to cure. If you don't put enough in it, then it'll actually not cure all the way, and it stays like waxy or gummy, kind of. It's weird. And then if you put too much in it, it'll actually set up like instantaneously. Let me see if you can. hope you get to watch some of these someday, son. I don't know, this is boring. It's like watching paint dry. So you'll probably not even make it through this whole video. I hope you do. Maybe you will. I don't know. Okay, so that was the B. So we'll just dump that in here. We'll dump that in here. Ooh, that's not too bad, I guess. And then you stir it. You mix it all up. It'll turn like milky kind of color, and then once it gets all nice and mixed up, it'll turn back to clear. And this is actually a special kind of deal. I used this stuff when I was big in those necklaces for your nieces, my granddaughters, and I made one for Mia, but it's for jewelry, so it's crystal clear, very little on the air bubble thing, which I hope there's not a ton of air bubbles in it. That would kind of suck. I really need to get a freaking setup going where I can hook this up to the computer and edit my videos. Okay. And just pour it in there. This part I'll pause because it's going to take a while.